sensory evaluation cannot be conducted in time just before uh, before lunch and after lunch. We cannot be conduct the sense evaluation. So there is a particular time. It should be, I think, 11 o'clock. This is the particular time. Before lunch and after breakfast. This is the perfect time for the sense evaluation. The ideal time for the sense evaluation is late morning, right, or late afternoon. It's 4 o'clock, and it's late morning. It's 11 o'clock. Okay, so the ideal time for sense evaluation is late morning or late afternoon, or at least 1.5 hour after lunch. So 1.5 hour, particularly in every industry and every institute, it's 1 to 2, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. is lunchtime, right? In every industry and everywhere, I think most of the places, lunchtime lunchtime is 1 to 2, right? So so at 4 o'clock we can easily conduct the sense evaluation, because there is a 1.5 hour after lunch. There should be a 1.5 hour after lunch, so we can conduct the sense evaluation. So 4 o'clock, if in any industry the lunch time is 1 to 2, so we can easily conduct the sense evaluation at 4 o'clock in gap of 2 hours. And late morning is 11 o'clock is perfect timing, because everyone had their breakfast at 9 o'clock, so we can easily conduct the 9 o'clock, 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So we can easily conduct the sense evaluation at 11 o'clock. So at that time, any panelist cannot be very hungry and cannot be a fully stomach at 11 o'clock or at 4 o'clock. So we can easily conduct their sensory evaluation at that time, at that particular time. We can easily assume. Yes? Yeah. So these are the particular time where we can conduct easily sensory evaluation. Okay. So these two are the particular time. A sampling should be a sampling requirement and preparation. So what is sampling requirement and preparation? So sampling should be carried out by a trained and experienced person, and it is essential that the sample should be representative of a lot. Yes. So sample can be prepared by the trained panel or experienced person who should know about the sampling, and representative, that should we know about the representative presentation. So um, how can we present our product pleasing way? How can we present our product so anyone can easily accept the product? So these factors come uh, with within the working on all on this particular product. And the procedure of sample preparation should be most likely to bring out the difference in the particular quality attribute under evaluation shall be selected. Care shall be taken that no loss of flavor occurs and no foreign taste or odor are imported in the procedure during preparation, storage, and serving. We have to focus on that, on that particular parameters. So that particular factors. So if we are preparing a new product, so we have to focus that there should be a cleaned area, and no any unwanted odor present in the preparation room, and storage area should be clean, and serving area should be free from any other noise, and all these factors. It's depending upon the nature of the material and aim of the test. It's depend on the nature of the material, what is the nature, what is the material, and what is the taste. The need for a medium in testing auxiliary item should be decided. Uh, the need for a medium in testing luxury item should be decided. Say, yeah, yes, particular item should be decided. So, these item will give the particular property of the product. So, food like hot sauce, spices, vinegar may require dilution with some medium because of their intense um, um, intense physiological efforts. Yes, these some product require dilution. So in this types of sense evaluation, we can conduct by dilution sense evaluation. In the dilution, we can dilute the product uh, with the addition of that medium in which we will use these particular product. So we can dilute the product and we can analyze using dilution and dilution test and threshold test. Okay, or sampling required in preparation, the panelists should be allowed to have sufficient sample necessary to make judgment, and unless only one sample is to be tested, full normal serving quantity shall not be served even though the material is available. Yes, full serving quantity should not be served. For the sense evaluation, we can serve a particular sample. For the sense evaluation, we can't be serve a full serving quantity, and the temperature of serving should be close to that recommendation for the food product. The temperature should be um, closed. Yes, the temperature of serving should be closed to the recommendation for the food product. If we have some cold product like beverages, so we have to maintain the temperature for the sense evaluation. The sample shall be served in utensil of the same type and appropriate size, shape, and color, and they shall not be import any taste or odor of the sample. Yes, so we serve the product in that types of utensil that don't have any other color and flavor, uh, or that will make the product unpleasant, and that will not change the product property. So we should be use that types of utensils. The taste should be carried out at least 1 hour before and after lunch. Yes, the taste should be carried out. So that's why we have to choose the particular time for the sense evaluation, so we can conduct the sense evaluation smoothly. Use of material, uh, use of material which are likely to uh, white whited results, such as smoking, chewing pen, the taking intoxicants by a panelist should have a time lapse of at least half an hour before the test. Before the testing, we have to inform the panels so they can prepare themselves according to the panel's standard. Use the strong o- odoriferous. Use the strong odoriferous substances such as cosmetic, flavors, hair oil should be avoided. Yes, during sense evaluation, we have to avoid all fragrance or all other fragrance that can be mixed in the product, that can be easily mix the flavor of the product. So this can also affect the flavor, this can also affect the flavor of the product. So we have to focus on that factor also. The number of samples served in any one session shall depend upon yes uh, yes, this is the number of the samples is depends on the particular panelist. So we have to focus on uh, how many samples is analyzed by the panelist. So in particular one panelist 400 to 500 300 to 400 samples can be analyzed, can be tested in 1 year only. Now come to the other factors. This one is evaluation card. So what types of evaluation card we can prepare? It is depend on the sample and nature of sample. So the evaluation card should be clearly printed and the matter should be arranged in logical sequence. For example, examination which is expected under each test. So we have to mention on the paper, on the evaluation card clearly the matter of the product and the logic of the sequence. So we have to mention on the evaluation card. Appropriate terminology without ambiguity shall be used. The evaluation card should be simple, brief, easy to follow, and record what is exactly required. So evaluation card should be in a very simple way, easily understandable and briefly, so panelist can be understand the property whatever you want. Due weightage should be given to all the sensory attributes. So all the sensory attributes can give their weightage easily. So in evaluation card, all the sensory attributes should given their weightage. Ki what is the required and what is acceptable according to their factors. According to them, what is acceptable or what is not acceptable. So these factors should be um, mentioned in the evaluation card by the sensory panelist. Okay, so now come to the next factor. Next is sensory attributes parameter. Sensory attributes parameter. What is sensory attribute parameter? Consumers are the ultimate user of different products, so their perception and eating satisfaction uh, of paramount importance for the success of any product. If the product is highly palatable, it make an excellent eating. Some of the important sensory attributes or parameters are flavor, texture, and tenderness, appearance, and color, juiciness, etc. Some sensory parameters are product specific, saltiness and saltiness in cured product, binding in structured, restructured, or emulsified product, and mouth coating in buffalo meat product, and crispiness in dehydrated meat product, coating adhering in the enrobed meat product, and knowledge of these attributes in the prime importance for their subjective and objective assessment of meat product. These are the factors we can differentiate the properties of the different um, product. So we can differentiate on the basis of appearance, color, flavor, and texture. So we can differentiate the different products and the property of the product on the basis of sense evaluation. So these are the general testing condition where we can conduct the testing condition for the sense evaluation, in which we have to know about the factors, what is required in particular testing condition, what is required. So in their particular testing condition, we have to focus on three factors. One is preparation area, second should be second should be a panel booth, and third should be a testing area. So these three areas these three areas can be used in general testing condition of the product, of the particular product. So preparation area, in preparation area all equipment should be present, and refrigerator and freezer and oven, that is required for the preparation and for the storage and for the particular food nature. According to the particular food nature, all equipment should be required present in a preparation area. And in panel booth, in one hall, yeah, one room, and there is 6 to 8 panel booth uh, can be constructed can or in these panel booth should be far from storeroom and washroom, and easily reachable from a preparation room and testing area. So this should be free from odor, free from shadows, and free from unpleasant flavor, free from noise, and free from traffic. It should be free from all undesirable factors that is affect the food, and that is affect the sensory panelist during sensory evaluation. So panel booth should be in L shape, and in panel booth there should be there should be a computer system, and uh, wash basin, and letter pad, and the color of the color of walls should be off white, and shadow free, and both should be the shadow free. So uh, panel can can be easily assume the color of the sample. So panel booth should be follow the all standards that is required in particular panel booth. There should be a temperature 20 degree, and humidity should be 62%. This is the standard value in of the product, so of the panel booth. So their temperature and humidity should be followed according to the standard. So these are the factors, and these are the sensory booths. And in testing area, all testing equipment should be available according to the product. So there is a three main testing system for the sense evaluation. One is physical, second is chemical, and third is instrumental sense evaluation, right? So one physical, this will be conducted by panelist, and chemical, this will be conducted by using different types of chemical, depend on what property uh, we have to analyze. It's depend on the property of it's depend on the nutritional property of the product. And the third one is instrumental parameters. So by the instrument we can analyze the particular component of the product that is present in the product. So we can analyze that we can analyze the mm, particular property using instrumental parameters like texture. We can analyze the texture analyzer, and for the analysis of color we can use the colorimeter, Minolta colorimeter, Hunter lab color for the analysis of color component, and for the analysis of aroma we can use the electric nose. So we can easily analyze the all properties without adding any chemical. So this is called instrumental analysis. Okay, so this will be called is into instrumental analysis when we analyze the all properties that is analyzed by physical methods. So all these physical properties can be analyzed by instrumental methods. So what is the difference between physical methods and instrumental methods? These are the there is a lots of differences. In instrumental methods we can in a physical method we can assume all property at a one time, but in instrumental method we can analyze the one property at a one time, but we can analyze the particular component of the product that is present. On in physical method we can only assume that is present or not, but in physical and chemical method we can uh, analyze the amount of the property. We can analyze the particular property, particular component, and in particular component, and what amount of component present in the product. That can also be analyzed by instrumental method and chemical method. So this is the different factor. So we can easily analyze the all property of the product by instrumental method, chemical method, and physical method. These all are the factors, and there is a exercise. So you have to write in exercise. You have to write the 40 MCQs of this topic. You have to prepare the 40 MCQs of this particular topic. So you have to write the 40 MCQ, and the learning outcome, these two are the learning outcome, and there is a references. So if you want to learn more about this topic and about this technique, so you can follow these two references, and you can easily uh, gain the knowledge about this topic. Okay, and thank you. And if you have any query, if you want any question to question, if you want to ask any question, so you can easily ask me, and whenever I will conduct a webinar or related to this topic, so you can ask me the question whatever you want. Okay, so now I'm combining my topic, and my talk this is my fourth one lecture of this particular subject. So thank you, and if you want to ask anything, so you can easily ask me by message me by mail. You can write a mail, and easily you can ask the question. Okay, thank you.